Happy Wednesday. So today we're going to talk about ambition and drive. Being an artist and a creator, this is one of my most favorite areas is my yellow chakra. I really love making things happen. As an artist, I can look at something and create. You can create an environment. You can create success. You have a goal in mind. You're willing to do whatever it takes to make that goal happen. You go around obstacles. It's a dance of creation that I absolutely love being a part of. As a professional consultant, I can go into an area and I can see all these rules that created, almost, a starvation of success, because there's so many reasons why we're not successful that it's really hard to succeed, or else we're focusing on who doesn't show up and who's not there, and, and what this person looks like, and this person might rip us off, and, all of the things that could hinder us from being successful, instead of focusing on what's good in people and knowing the right people are going to show up for us to continue to walk forward to create the goal that we decide to do. So one of the things that I've learned when I go into an environment is it's like you go in there, you have this vision, you're willing to do whatever it takes up front to create that vision, and then you have a backup plan. What's the worst case scenario, and have that backup plan so that no matter what, you're going to make sure that you end on the goal that you set out to do. When I'm finished with an assignment, I can put my signature on it to say that I was able to complete it to the best of my ability. And usually it's the number of people that I had committed to get the results from with a company. Now, there's always going to be variables that we can't control, or things that happen, or things that are said that can kind of mess with the vibration of determination that I can go in with. And another thing that I've learned is to meld enough with the vibe of an organization so when my vibe leaves, that their vibe can take over, because there has to be some sense of congruency with where I am and where a company is, that can bring together so that success can happen as a professional consulting and recruiting. As a personal consultant, one of my gifts are to work with an individual who has goals and visions, but has some thinking that needs to change, that isn't serving them from making the goal that they have to create. So the fun thing with me is that sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees, and I'm outside of the trees. I can actually look in there and see the process of thinking that's actually recreating something negative over and over again, that's stopping them from moving forward. And if we can cut the ties of that thinking, we can get into a different thinking, because again, you can't create something new with thinking from the past. You have to have different thinking to create a new vision for the future. So with ambition and drive, one of my favorite parts is creating this new business that I'm creating in my life right now. And the joy of creating that new business is staying in flow of what I want, and really being observant to the people that are showing up that desire the success, and really feeding them and focusing on what I can do to develop them, and to allow our visions to coincide so we can continue to develop and paint a new picture of a new business venture. I do have a venture opportunity for anyone who is interested. In April, we are going off the grid with 12 amazing souls to take a personal experience to really get in tune with ourselves and nature. Off the grid, no cell phone, in Panama for 14 days. So if anyone is interested in an off the grid connection with themselves and with a great group of amazing leaders, you can inbox me or message me, and I can get you more information about that experience that we will be doing. But other than that, I would love to share with you to stay focused on any goal that you have in mind. Remember to always be prepared for the worst and expect the best, and to see the best in everybody that you're working with, and focus on who shows up and feed who shows up, and anyone who's willing to be educated. Know the difference between somebody who's talking the talk and somebody who's walking the walk, somebody who's educating themselves every day, willing to go above and beyond, and has the drive and ambition inside of them and wants more. Make sure you're feeding them, because sometimes organizations get stuck like a clogged drain. They get people in there that are not willing to, they don't want anybody to go above them, so they can kind of, fight with that growth. So you kind of got to slip them over here with love and care, so that new growth can come up, and if they're willing to grow, they can grow too. But sometimes we can become crabs in a bucket and do it by accident. I've been a crab in a bucket. Everybody wants to be recognized and be number one, but we also got to serve and love each other. And the more you can be happy about someone else's success, the more successful you can become. And that is a big thing in being a part of the healing of the world, or the hurting of the world. Sometimes we want to pull somebody down in order to be big, and it doesn't serve you or the people, and it can create a lose-lose environment. So to all of those who are ambition and driving out there, and creating their reality, have a blessed day. Anybody interested in Panama, message me and I can get you more information about that. Have a great day. Thanks.